On YouTube. Hello, everybody. Happy friggin' Thursday to you. I hope you're having a good one. Hope all is good with you, your family, and yourself. Fuck, I sound awkward. Hope all is good. I hope you've had a good week. We are here with Em8er. We're just gonna tweet this out that we are now live. I love the music of Em8er. Just kidding, this is Red Dead. We live. Come hang out. Then we'll play some Em8er here. Make sure we have everything set up correctly. Yeah, there's like no music in Em8er. So, this is the latest and greatest build. It's funny, there's been some changes since last time we played. One of those changes, it didn't work earlier. I don't think it is now. I can't exit as a male or female. They must have taken that feature away as they didn't like those, Grubs didn't like those pictures. So you have thumpers. We'll take a look at the thumpers here in a bit, but let's tour around. Oh, there's the water. Let's go in the water here. Hey! Oh, I thought it was going to work for a second. So it's, I don't know, I don't think it's controller compatible. Like, I'm running around the controller, but I have to shoot with my mouse. I know it's, apparently there's supposed to be combat music from the guy that made Firefall. That was one of the stretch goals. I'm sure that's been paid. Maybe it has. Oh, is that where the map ends? Okay. Well, not much going on here. Let's tour around. I hope you're doing good, folks. We can we'll play some Em8er. We can take a look at the book. If you want to have some light reading on the history of, oh man, the sensitivity feels awkward. Let's I'll probably see if I can change that. This is the area. It's called New Copa. There seems to be a lot of coping going on. We got some trees. Oh, there we go. We got a tornado, or what are they called? And there's the enemies. I think these are the new Z-Who's. Is it worth $600,000? If you're just joining, make sure to smash that like button on the stream. Helps get the word out. Helps the stream get encouraged by YouTube, the algorithm, all that shit. Man, it feels awkward. I'm going to use my mouse and keyboard. See if that feels better. So there's content here. Is it 600K worth? Is it 100K worth? Is it 10K worth? I will say, I'm going to let the enemies kill me here so you can get a good look at them. If these are the new ones, so these are the ones Grubs just textured, I think. Here, I'm gonna let them kill me. Just so we can kinda just watch them for a second. Oh, the mech gets destroyed. So that's the ones he just made. And I wanna say it took him a few months to make. Let's just get a good look at them as they're the movement looks awkward. Maybe that was intentional. Hey, Liquid, yes. It is super basic. Yes, looks some invigorating gameplay. I don't hate the idea of Firefall. I think there's missions in Helldivers that kind of do similar things, like you know, protect the mining and stuff. I mean, good. Grubs made his models, so those will be like the main enemies, from what I understand. Currently, there's one Omni frame, I think. Yo, Ghost Killer, how you doing? Happy freaking Thursday, man. Feeling fresh? Got a haircut? Needed one. It was like some months. And it was like curly craziness. Yeah, man, I think so. So, I went in and downloaded, like, I'll bring it up here in a bit, the actual website. Nothing's working on it, by the way. I tried to download the book. I tried to download, like, some waifu wallpapers. I will say, I don't love his UI. So yeah, that's the famous. That's his. Well, they're gone. That's the See Who. I think the goal of the game is to have some kind of base building of some sort, but that's way far off. I just don't see where even 10% of the cash went to this. Like, I dabble in some game development, and I mess around with Fiverr, and I've had some art done. Just RPG Maker stuff, because, well, I'm not a game developer. And I feel that for 10,000, if I showed a guy in Fiverr this and said, can you make me something better for $10,000? Or, you know, that's these features plus the other things he's talking about within the game itself, not even just the demo. I think someone could do it. No, there's no death animations. Y'all like hammers. I love hammers, man. Do you like hammers disliked? Are you a hammer man? Oh. See if we can get out of here. Wait, what am I even doing in this game? Playing it, man. Why aren't you in this game? For the low cost of $7.95 a month, for an indeterminate amount of months, you could support the game. Although you could support it for as much as you want, you'll still have to buy it. You don't get a copy of it. Hammer Boy, they call you. Nice. Well, please, Hammer, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Oh, man, I need some music. I'm sorry. I got the Red Dead 2 soundtrack here. I gotta turn it up. I need some motivation. Imagine if the soundtrack for this was as good. You can glide, you can fly, like lots of mech games. It's gonna be waifus. Let's do the most impressive thing you can do. Let's call down a thumper. Can I call down a thumper? Does it have to be the specific thumping spot? And you know what's kind of funny? He took thumping. Well, maybe we won't be thumping. He took, like, it's the exact same thing in Firefall, like the name of it and everything. The dude's just trying to make the same game that his team already made, but he doesn't know how to manage money or effectively manage projects. Oh, we got some of these enemies over here. Do I need dislike that as yeah? But what's the objective? I don't think there is one. I don't think there is one right now. I think, you know, he has goals. How are they attacking me? Just with those things? I thought they had spears. Is this his new? I don't know if this is his new ones or not. It says it is within, but if these are new, I have to take a look at my videos for the old ones. Like, this is pretty much... Are they gonna stab me? Can they stab me or anything? Or no, he just shoots a little laser of that. Oh, they got me. I should be able to respawn. Do I know the game Sin Duality? I do not, Jason. And yeah, Pixie, that pop-in. Hey, thank you, Simon. I appreciate that. You know, it started as... I was never a fan of Grumps, and that's fine. But I heard people talking about his crowdfunding kind of scandal, and I saw Nick Calandra did some reporting on it, but I didn't go that deep. He got kind of embroiled in some other things, and, you know, that happens. But after seeing what was out there and doing the investigation on the various Indiegogo campaigns, as well as within his Discord, things that came out of his own mouth, things that were archived that were deleted, it was just too wild of a thing not to report on. I appreciate that, Simon. No dead bodies, Rick. Nasper, yeah, you're reworking this. This is... You know what? I'm going to say Mark has a level of ambition. But if you can't execute on it, as he's demonstrated time and time again, is it ambition or is it just bad risk mitigation? Thank you, Ghost Killer. It is pretty perfect. I appreciate you, man. Remember, folks, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Smash that like button. Because this is good stuff we want to get out there. Taking a bit of risk tonight. Risk that, you know, I thought, you know, Mark, if he was a dick, which he is, he could copyright strike this. And that would be a dick move. But I also thought, strike me down, man. I'll become more powerful than you ever imagined. Like Obi-Wan, dude. People don't like copyright strikes. It's a cutie smoking... You know what? I've seen that too disliked. Yeah. I felt kind of been like, okay, cool, that's... I like that. The weed. I'm Canadian, though. So, yeah, the goal... Let's see if we can try get the thumper out again. Maybe thumping doesn't work in this demo. I don't know. So is the water real water? Yeah, no, water's coming in 2025. That's what they tell me. Is there any other zones or just this desert? I think it's this area called New Copa. But don't worry, like, the cool thing is there's, you know, the monthly subscribers pay for 3 servers around the world. Because I'm sure this game needs 3 servers. I'm pretty sure with the amount of players that are on it at one time, you can run it from a basement. Like, I think you can make a Raspberry Pi do it. Yes, Simon! Robino, is that Acadian or is that French or am I wrong? Can I kill an enemy and show the death animations? Yeah. If I can find one here. Let's get rid of this thing. See, I wish I could exit. we could be our cute girl that Grubs loves so much. Tabernacalis. Nerd. We can find some enemies here, yeah. Imagine if this was the music for it. Some of the problems that I've seen in digging deep into the project. Mark thinking through crowdfunding and investing like in AAA style things, like, you know, expensive concept art. I'm sure some of that is pretty pricey. Is it worth it? Yeah. Hey, Madoka, it is! That's my opinion anyway. Are there just no Emmys? No, there are. I don't know if I can make them happen. By the way, if you're a fan of Red Dead 2, this is my favorite song from Red Dead 2, and you only get it if you're doing the evil ending. If you're evil and you do the evil choice and go back for the money. It's a cool, like, mix sort of on Shaken. What are you supposed to do in this game? Wait for it to become a game. I don't think there's much you can do. There's enemies. There's thumping, supposedly, but again, maybe... I bet you this demo doesn't even have thumping. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it said it did, though. You playtested a game that was in pre-alpha and looked better than this? Yeah. It's a shame, and the thing is, it's again a case of Mark being too ambitious, and I won't say too ambitious, but not focused on the game. Like, what we can take a look at, you know, if we want a little break from this non-stop action, is the backer website of everything that's included, which includes shit. Who cares about, you know, way through wallpapers and stuff? The people that back the game, sure, they might want skins or a picture every month. That should be pretty easy to do or deliver. But they want gameplay development. Tabletop games and supporting lore. You know, another project, Nexus Drop, which is way further along than this from a feature standpoint. Like, you know, Mark's talked about the full game will have all the abilities. I just saw a video of that dude, Nexus Drop, have all the abilities, like, already done, and they look slick. The water texture. Oh, what do we got down here? Look at these trees up in the distance. Hey, Grimo. He wants to make his first game in MMO, make a multiplayer game. Yeah. And that was one of his problems, the scope creep. The Indiegogo M3 was supposed to raise $60K for the demo. and it was going to be a single-player demo, which has a thumper encounter and a kaiju. And then he raised more money and said, "No, we didn't do that, but we did all this, but we still have all this to do." And you know, sorry, Nasmer, I'm trying to find an enemy. I was going to say, Nasmer, it's, what was I thinking of? I was going to mention to you. Oh, yeah. Something I've been looking into deeper is, you know, just getting so granular is, you know, he has a list of things on the M3 campaign that's like, we did this, or this is in progress, like that grid. I don't think that's accounting for everything that he offers for stretch goals. A number of them being in the game, though, and I think that's going to cause some problems. How's he going to commit to all those? Try going into the water? Yeah, I will. He bought a pre-made map, dropped a pre-made Gundam on it, and yeah, you could. I don't know if that's how he got to here, but you could do this, and man, I feel like I've got some time right now. Maybe I should just try to make one. I've dabbled in Unreal. I've thought about it, but I got my own thing I'm working on. I got a silly little JRPG that, you know, it's cool. It's sort of a JRPG. It's got an active battle system, like you actually shoot guns, but retro. And I'm going through the, you know, similar process, being like, okay, I need art, because I'm not good at everything. I can't draw for shit. I can edit sprites and do some things, but it's so time consuming, and the output I get isn't great. So I try to focus on areas where I'm like good at, and, you know, writing and quest design. Great walking simulator, riveting gameplay. I agree. And thank you all for joining, by the way. We got 20 people in here. That's pretty cool. I appreciate ya. Let's go in the water. Oh, it's gonna, we're under the water. Slumber. Yeah, man. You know, I went through some, you know, was having some sadness and kind of didn't go near it for a little bit, but I just started, I probably took about 3 weeks away. It's kind of like you go hard in game development, and it's hard in the head, but if you have it for a full-time job and someone's paying you mad money, man, I'd be working my ass off. I'm the one paying money for anything that I've got in mind. I'd say, Simon, writing's a pretty good strength of mine. You know, in previous jobs, I've done case studies for marketing. I think I've been able to convey complex messages on X around the complexities of Amber in reasonable ways. Not perfect, but it seems to be working. Low poly is concept first, yeah. Like, or he could have made something really cool for, like, if he had good project management skills. The thing is, the dude had an influx of money of about like 130,000 over a short period of time, and then 400,000, 500,000, something like that over a longer period of time. And he just couldn't keep things within scope, budget, timelines, commitments. The no 0 days thing was very disrespectful to the people that, oh my fucking god, Nasber, I'm sorry, man, excuse my language, folks, trying to find some enemies. Hey, Arcasul, if I'm pronouncing that right, what do I prefer? Linear open world. It's tough. You know, I like all sorts of games. I love a good story game, but, you know, I'd like to say that's linear. But, gosh, there's so few linear games right now. Like, you know, so many linear games are so big they feel like open world. I don't have a good answer in those comparisons. I do love a good open world, but I love a good story. I'll tell you what games I don't like, though. I don't like deck builders. Deck builders and, like, card games. I haven't played Voltero. I'm scared, though. I probably would like that. Neon Blades, hey, welcome to the stream. You made a game 3 months solo with a budget of 0, which has more content than this? Absolutely. This is... And he used his name. If he wasn't Mark Hearn, he wouldn't have got that money. If he wasn't the guy that made World of Warcraft, JK, it was with a team, or if he wasn't the guy that made StarCraft, JK, he was just part of a team. he wouldn't have gotten this money, so it was like using his expertise to sell it. Those sounds are so squishy. And how you doing, gazing? See? I wonder if I... Yeah, because I don't think I can go that further down. Is there... There's no map. What am I talking about? I know Mark... One thing Mark said is, like, it took us so long to get the movement right. I'm just saying... I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm glad they're happy with it. I know we got the RDR2 soundtrack to kind of soothe the squishy sounds of that mech. Hey, Schism. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much. And he's scared of a small account like mine. I've got like... Hell, I'll soon be to 10,000 subscribers, and I'm pumped about that. That'll be a nice milestone. But I'm not a big channel, nor was I a big X account. I'm not even a big X account now. But I had like 300 or 400 Twitter subs, and probably 200 of them were graphic designers. You put truth out there, man. People will listen. And thanks for subbing, Grimo. That music, I know. I love Red Dead 2 so much, though. Keeps me calm. Both time we had a thorough set of takedowns of the guy. Absolutely, he did it to himself, though. Like, this is all Mark. Us highlighting this shouldn't be, like, a big thing. Schism says you can fool some of the people all the time, or you can fool all the people some of the time, but cannot fool all the people all the time. Yeah! Oh, there we go. We might have some enemies. Maybe that's some weather. Okay, let's leave the ocean. She'll pull up that other fire. Yeah, I will pull it up here in a bit. Thank you, Dislike. I have great personality, but don't know if you can watch this shit game. I understand, man. If you tune back in, most of the time we play... What the hell? Okay, I'm still underwater. Most of the time we play good games, I promise you. We played Mouthwashing the other night. I'm going to be playing Indiana Jones tomorrow. I'm pumped. I'm actually super excited for that. He is scared of hammers. That shit's so funny. Like, he's made the argument that lollies are just pictures. I'm pretty sure he's made this argument. Here's, hey, Fade Nasmer, finally. Okay, you get a chance to see them here. Let's take a look at these guys. They look so weird, like their walking animations just kind of... And a couple of them were glitching out a while ago. Appreciate you, Dislike. And yeah, Gaze, and yeah, it looks like a good indie game. I'm pumped. I'm like shocked about how good of a job Troy Baker did in that voice. Here we go. Oh no. I may have to restart. Oh, there's the death animations. Ooh. Oh, what? Blocks! What? We got... These are some of the enemies too, I guess. Geometry's coming for me! Poof animation. And it's so, like, I know they're trying to add color in with the grass, but it's bland looking. And I'll say the waifu stuff doesn't really make sense. These blocks coming for me? Like, if you're in a mech all the time, Who gives a shit about the waifus? Yeah. I know, like, I didn't know who Yanderdev was before this, and there's been so many comparisons to Yanderdev. And yeah, I really do think that there's just not much here. I mean, look at it for yourself. There's no real gameplay loop. It's glitchy, like... Oh, see, we got a thumper. See, someone else must be in here. Maybe they're showing off. I was trying to call that down earlier. Oh, we got someone else in here. Is it Grumps? That'd be hilarious. So we got someone else in here. Let's join in with them. So this would be part of the gameplay loop, if I understand. Oh man, these things look sketchy. Is you mine, and this is Merc's pride and joy. That's probably the coolest thing within this. But that's one thing out of a whole bunch that's missing. So, there's like a resource gathering thing. Hardidium. There we go. I don't think you can do anything with it yet, but it's supposed to be some crafting element. Let's get them blocks. Again, trying to replicate Firefall. Be funny if your church would appear. It would be funny, but yeah. He's like a 65-year-old dude. Merc and his combined age is over 100 years old. If I think Mighty is cool, Sinuality will blow me away. Okay. I feel so like, where am I? I'm like partway through Stalker 2, probably 20 hours in. I'll be starting Indie tomorrow, and I'll be streaming that. So if you want to hang out and see an actual game, can I call my thumper? See, it didn't work for me. No thumper for me. Nasser said this is the day before, but if it had dedicated fan base obsessed with creators' political takes, absolutely. And you know what? The day before never took, outside of them selling the game, which everyone got refunded for if they wanted, I think. Even if they didn't want it, I think they did. They didn't take any money from people. They had the dumbest publisher in the world, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure that publisher feels pretty dumb at this point. Oh, we got ships that fly around. I don't know what they do, if anything. We got blocks to fight. You can call down that drill thing. Man, him advertising this game on Twitter isn't going to end up how he thinks. Like, the thing is, his goal is just to make a demo, right? And then he wants to ask for millions. Like, he wants to do a Kickstarter for millions to try to do a whole company. But based on the best indicator of your future performance is your past performance. And if you look at Mark's past performance, if he says he needs a couple $1 million, he needs 10 times that amount. Like, he just can't manage money, and that's been consistent. You know what's crazy, though? And not enough people talk about this one, voxel knots. That shit's wild. So Mark worked for a company, Em8er. He left suddenly. He was the founder. He wasn't the CEO. They got $1 million, and it's like, Mark Hearn has left. But then, shortly afterwards, the official voxel Twitter accused him of misappropriating funds, and I believe giving it to family members. Mark's denied all knowledge of anything like that and wouldn't address or talk about it. I don't even think he said it's a lie. I could be crazy. See the chat here. Yeah. Indie devs often share their work. But they're not charging. If anyone wants to play this, they have to pay $7.95 American. I'm Canadian. That's like $1,300, guys. I'm just kidding. It's not that much. But it's definitely like... He's more interested in a business first than a game, and feels that's the way to make a game, versus the hard work and diligence. And he was set up so well. Like, he got so much money. Like, just think what you could do, if whether you know anything about game development or not, with $600,000. Even $100,000 or a fraction of it. Oh yes, or so many people don't know it or straight up deny it. Some of the comical stuff I've seen on X is like, it's not true, anyone could have done that basic research. I'm like, well, why didn't they? Why didn't they? It was hard research. And unless you had some sort of, I would say a background in research, because, you know, I don't think it has to be that formal. But unless you have like a high level of diligence, you weren't gonna, it's not basic research, going into Discords and Reddits, watching 6-hour waifu streams with Mark hosting them in a maid outfit. I needed a palate cleanser after that. Hey Louise, you have a Discord and progress channel and you have literal shorts to show the progress with tiny indie game you're helping with? Yeah. And the trend Mark has had is he doesn't really do anything until he's called out. See, we got the gliding. Oh, that pop in. But the world is, like, I know worlds take while to build, but the geology doesn't seem that interesting. We got grass, very similar shaped and size rocks, like they're just kind of lumpy looking. And one thing that drives me nuts in games, and I know not all games can do this, but when you like step on flowers and stuff, I love when they look like they're being stepped on. Oh yeah, it's wild. Just a big shout out to make sure to like the stream, folks. I say it a few times because people will come and go, and new folks might be in it and being like, I like the stream, but I forget this is YouTube and I have to like it on like Twitch. Which I don't think you can like. I am on Twitch right now, too. But I never go on Twitch, and I don't really get a huge amount of views over there. But now with multi-streaming being so easy, you can stream to, like, X, YouTube. Here, we'll take a little break here for a second. When I say a break, I'm going to bring up the Em8er backer site. I'll show you what's up with that. One second. Okay. I'll turn myself off. Watching that 6-hour waifu stream with Grumstor did that. But, I'm just kidding. I meant turn my camera off. If y'all watch The Office, hanging out with Grums would probably remind me of hanging out with a Team like a Team times 100, like the lowest denomination of it, version of Robert California being like, sexuality is a spectrum. Because I remember hearing him in these clips being like, or in one of the streams being like, we should be celebrating sexuality. I'm like, I mean, sure, but I don't want to hear from you, man. Yeah, someone randomly tapped the train brush on the train component. Yeah, and Mark's, you know, making a game, especially on an Unreal Engine, it's pretty... You have to have multiple competencies, and I don't think he has those. Sorry, guys. Just about choked here at some soda, but, you know, we're good. We're live. So this is the backer site here. So our downloads, nothing really works, or it wasn't earlier. So I can't get the new Marigold mobile and desktop super high resolution waifu? Does anything work? Oh, read a short story here. Yes, please. Okay. Born amongst the ashes of her home world, on the last ship to scan the rubble of their once beloved home, born to a race of orphans. There was a lot in life for Lucretia. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name. Soon after the violent destruction of her home world, she came to understand what it meant to be an orphan after her Reaper parents were killed exploring a potential new home world. I'm pretty sure the story of Em8er is like the... Is it the Nazis one? I don't know. He wants to be 20 so bad again. Yeah, he's like, hello, fellow youth. Base sculpts and no proper slope lens. Yeah. It's sad. You know the money went to his salary. I mean, there was a good portion of time where he didn't really do much on the game. It's not like, you know, he got $600,000 and $600,000 went into it. It's like, he's got $600,000. Vendors probably got, you know, if I was guessing, I don't have the numbers, maybe like $100,000. And he probably pocketed most of it, especially during the points where he said he wasn't working on development of the game, but you can find plenty of examples of him pushing skins and memberships and backer packs. Born to a race of orphans. Oh man, and some of them are so bad. Like, you know what? There's one of the there's a ex-employee from Red 5 Studios, Brutal Whimsy. I believe he put this out here, if it wasn't someone else. That said, Mark believed that he could write quality fiction and made people listen to it. So this is his way of making people suffer. Orphan and alone, Lucretia found a surrogate family with the Reapers, the bravest of the brave. Seeking to join the ranks, Lucretia applied herself and learned everything she could about exploring new worlds. But she was never meant to walk the Reaper path because of her more unsavory tendencies. She was never fully accepted into the ranks of Reapers. They cast her out a scant year before the discovery of Em8er and fell in with a group of bandits who recognized her tendencies as an advantage. Finally, she had a home. Now 32 and a captain of her own ship, the Hawking, Lucretia scores through the skies of Em8er, selling her misbegotten articles to anyone with a credit and a pulse. She doesn't exist. Have an idea where 260... Yeah. Honestly... And, you know, I think there's a fair argument that salary can be a part of, like, a big part of the crowdfunding. But, like, be honest and transparent with the breakdown. Like, if you look at even Star Citizen's website where they've raised so much money, they have a whole funding website where you can see, like, where shit's gone. Like, fairly well and transparent. Oh, no, I went back to that. Ew. We will come back to it, though. So that's his fiction. Let's bring up the backer site again. I have some of the other stuff downloaded from my first round with it. Hold on 1 second here. Backer site. Okay. Can we get anything here? Crotus is a stupid looking little pet. Sorry, Grums, I think it's stupid looking. Yeah, nothing works on his website. And yet, he was like, I'm not looking for subscribers, but if you want to subscribe, you can do it here. You get the latest downloads. But this other stuff doesn't work. Like, none of the links work, I don't think. You know what? The one link that did was the, this was the latest and greatest. The See Who Texture Complete Demo. Wait, no, that's a different one. The one I downloaded was... What the hell is it? Where is it? Am I going crazy here? My downloads? It's because I already downloaded it? I don't know. Uh-oh. Maybe my account's expired. No, we're still good. There we go. Hey, Bean Man. Reaper Overwatch. He bought a 600k Has-Been Hotel animation. It's really bad fan fiction. Let's see, maybe the stuff will let us download it now. Hey! Oh, this is the bad one. Oh, no, okay. Carrie woke with a scream, his leg icy with pain. He gritted his teeth and stared over the body in the snow, which was melting fast from the alien's decaying warmth. The snow phased from solid into wisps of acrid sulfur dioxide that made a screeching, icy sound. It looked like dry ice and stank like brimstone. Carrie turned and gagged. Smash Omniframe exosuit he piloted barely managed to mirror his actions, and the Em8er lurched with his gas. As the Em8er lurched with his gasping, and the Em8er lurched with his gasping as... Am I crazy? Does that make sense? I don't know. Scary flickered through the air filtrations. How many times do they say icy here? 3? There is ice. What is... Chad, what's Lake Icy with pain mean? Hey, Hugh. Welcome. That environment you think could take a week to create? Yeah? Insult to people that write fan fiction. Yeah. Oh my god, it's wild. Please have mercy. Oh, gotta read a little bit more. He didn't mean to kill it. This is my spoken word voice. I play a little guitar. My wife loves when I do like James Blunt, you're beautiful in spoken word. No, she hates it, man. She says I sound like a serial killer. It's rough. He didn't mean to kill it. Maybe it was human. A human variant. Maybe. Maybe not. It didn't look human. Or even vaguely humanoid anymore. Not after dragons stepped on it. But no one had ever found sentient life. Not anywhere humans had managed to explore. 28 colonies. Oh, this is just so bad. Oh, yeah. Asmonigorium, yeah. He does need to expand his vocabulary. There's a lot of better adjectives he could use for things. Yeah, Asmon's video was pretty light. You know what's wild, though? His last words were like, it's bad, it's bad. Like, even with Nick's, I won't say surface level kind of research, but didn't go as deep as what I did into it. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna get Dustborn a try when it's on sale, because it just looks wild and goofy, and something to laugh at. I don't even care. And that's Bean Man, I appreciate the art style. I love artsy games. A game where you can cancel someone's pretty funny. And people took so much offense to it, but, you know, you have to look at it as a bit of satire, a bit of fun. It's a game. Rather be an AO3 right now, you can't lie. Oh, yeah, this should be on AO3. Let's post this there as fanfiction. Let's see what else we got. Oh, let's take a look at some waifus. Ew. Well. Yeah, Nasmer, I was as well. Like, I think he had shit he wanted to say. And good for keeping real to himself. I'll give him that. Like, I know in talking to him, he believed every word of what he was saying. Like, basically the basis of his video about comparing the Zoe Quinn to Mark thing, it didn't hit the mark, no pun intended, but he thought it was the greatest thing in the world. He knows his audience. Well, he knows his audience, but I think he knows himself too, and not like saying like there was anything insincere in anything else he's done before, by any means. But I think he said exactly what he wanted to say, and good on him. It pissed people off a little bit. They didn't agree with him. I don't know if it helped or hurt him. But I'll give him that. He put out the message that he felt passionate about. Because I know he was passionate about that specific message. Hey Jason, can I pop into Sin Duality? Yeah, are you, I may have missed it. Just because I've been messing around the game. Are you involved with the game? I'd love to highlight it, man. I love good indie games, people that work hard and try to make something innovative. I certainly will, and I'd love to draw that comparison of, look how efficient these guys are. Feel bad for that game because I wonder if it was like a social experiment? Yeah. You know what else is fan fiction, Dragon Pup? Yeah, Kern being a game developer. Yeah, you're telling me. Him still defending Asmon. Yeah. Mark's like, he likes the politics, not just in politics, but like, you know, he doesn't want to piss off Ackman too much. Like around, you know, something Ackman said about, Dragon's Age. He's like, it's better for him to be on our side. And it's like, the dude has his own opinions. He might agree with you on some things. He might disagree with you on some things. But I'm pretty sure that he's not looking to you as an ally. Oh, I know, he spazzed about the Mouthwasher developer. That game was great until the last bit. I hated the first-person, like, horror shooting scene where you just... It felt really out of place. Everything else was so good. Risk of Rain was made by 3 dudes in college? Yeah. It's a Bandai game, not really involved, but could use a boost in popularity? Okay. It's a mech game, is it? So that's one of them. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, let's see what this lady, the scientist lady, looks like. Oh, that's his background on his And that's nice art. He didn't draw it. The person they paid to do it did decent. Let's see. Oh, let's see the monthly Patreon skins here. Ooh. Concept poster. Oh man, I'm gonna put that up in my bedroom. You'd be kind of grossed out too if the guy that called an entire culture. Yeah, I didn't care much for that. I'm like, you know, half Arabic. I didn't like, you know, my grandparents. Israeli aggression led to them coming here. And that was like in the 40s, 50s? My dad was born here. But, you know, his older brothers were born over there. Not Palestine, but Lebanon. Yeah, it was so good. Like, it gave me the same vibes as Indica a little bit. More on the horror side, but of just like an exceptional story. Let's see what else we got here that might be interesting. Yeah, this is the one I got. I'm in right now. The latest See Who textured multiplayer build. This is the latest and greatest. Oh, Chapter 8 has landed. Hell yeah, brother. I've been waiting for this. Oh no, that's the Kindle version. Okay, it gives you the whole thing. Oh my god. By the way, he's taken... This is, if you go into what your subscription funds, it was like, oh, the book. Oh no, he didn't write a sex scene, did he? Please, no. Please, I don't want to hear see any smut from Grums. I don't want to hear Grums be like, as she stroked his purple-headed yogurt flinger. Like, I don't want to see any of that. See if there's anything. Brigga protested, clearly alarmed. Not so loud! He wasn't sure. Oh yeah, he also said he had a publishing deal. Like, he's inquiring about a publishing deal, like a few weekends ago. You wonder, gazing if his goal is to get lucky with Elon? Oh, he would love that. Elon would have to be stupid. Well... Don't say it's impossible. I don't want to say Elon's stupid. But, you know, if he... It's not really consistent with his government efficiency thing. Why does he write like a 15-year-old weeb? Because that's probably what he relates to. Vietnam flashbacks. Gun was sick. You like that style a lot? Yeah, nothing wrong with the gun. He did have someone work on the book with him. If you go in the forums... Let's see here. Oh, concept wallpapers. Hold on. Oh, I got the forums up there. Oh, wait, that's not what I want. My windows. Was it this one? Oh, let's go back to the backer site here. What else? Oh, okay. I wanted to go to my downloads. That's what it was. I don't want to unzip this shit. Okay, we'll get to something that's not. We don't have to unzip. What's this? The 2019 skin. Oh. Yeah, that's weird looking. Like, it's not like it's ugly. It just like, I love a sexy character. I guess our definitions of sexy are different. Like, I like clothes that humans would wear that look maybe revealing. Like the other ones, I want to say bra. I'll just call them titty holders because I don't know what they actually were. Like this one. Was it her? Or was it Marigold? Yeah. Like, that just doesn't seem like a shirt that anyone would wear. Oh, yeah, he's got someone on Fiverr. This stuff's like outsourced to the cheapest of the cheap. Wait, Mark would be funded by the government by what was that? Yeah. Do you ask his son? No, who knows? Gay so you can't offer opinions? That's fair. That's fair. I just find that weird looking. I say each their own though, to each their own. But the thing is, this is stuff that's never going to be in the game. This is like, let's be real. Like in a realistic world, do you think there's any chance of that being in the game? I can't imagine so. The red hair is cute. I'll give that. And it's not like the art's bad. Like, the art's actually really nice. Like, I like some of the art. I don't like... The style isn't my preferred art, but it's art. I can appreciate it. Hey, Em8er. Yeah, these ones would be cute, sexy robots. Not all of them have been. You could tell that some of the art has likely been AI art. I do like women as well. I mean, I'm married to one, so I certainly do. Yeah, it's cute, sexy robots. I'm assuming these ones are. Those are probably the ones that he has downloadable. The monthly skin that he does isn't all cute, sexy robots. In a realistic world, do I think this game is ever going to come out? Do I think the game is ever going to come out? Now, no. Do I think that he is going to release a demo of some sorts and do a Kickstarter? Yeah. Or a money-raising campaign of some sorts. And it's going to be a shit show. Because there's no way that he can deliver what he says he's going to deliver, because he's never delivered what he said he's going to deliver, or at least since he's worked on maybe World of Warcraft and he was part of a team. But you have examples from Red 5 where what didn't deliver was let go. Em8er, gone, was accused of taking money. Em8er, we know the story there. So, how could anyone really have trust for him to deliver? Now, he had a good thing going with the milestones because he had M1, which was like raise something like $500 for forums, websites, and art. Here, we'll go back to the game for a bit. So, and he did that. M2 was for like 3D models of the frames or something like that. He did that. M3 is where it fell apart. And where he asked for $20,000, got $100,000, told everyone that at $65,000 back in what, end of 2017? I'd have to consult my Grumswire. Back in 2017. He said $65,000 would be all that's needed, and it would be done in 6 to 8 months, like an actual demo for the vertical slice. And then that transitioned to like a year later into like, I need more funding. So, well, I think even before then, started saying this is the part that a lot of people I never even talked about really on my recent videos, but just putting a lot of thought into it. His initial fundraising was designed to take money from people multiple times, to take money from the same people multiple times. A good example of that is he would sell these backer packs, and his first priority was to make a website so it could sell people things. But he wanted to offer upgrades so people that wanted to support the project could support it more, upgrade their pack, spend more money. So, it just, he can't manage it, I don't think. He hasn't demonstrated it. Would you trust Grumps with your money if he said, you know, I just need $30 to make a game? Or I need, let's be realistic. If he said I need $1 million or $5 million to make a game, I still don't think he could. I think he would mismanage it. Look at the Firefall bus. Yeah, I know, because he's avoided the AI question like the plague in the Discord. Oh, what do we got down here? Some trees? Hey, that's the funnest thing I've done in Em8er yet. Do more of that, Mark. More slippy slides. But it's like... And here's a crazy thing about those skins. Not those ones in particular, but... He has a skin... I didn't even show you this. Hold on. Let's go to the skin store. So, down at the skin store here... Oh shit, I'm not even at the skin store. We didn't really explore the website, so we're in the download section. Oh, there's the general store. Sweet. These are shady, in my opinion. He's selling FOMO for a game that's not even out. He's selling FOMO PNGs because they have rarities associated with them. Apparently, I think this one's been on here forever, but I could be wrong. But he says it's only available 4 times a year, and he's been on live streams, been like, you know, this one's only available once a year, except for exclusive events like today if you buy it from me. Yeah, that one's... A number of these ones look like AI. So, dude's selling FOMO, and he has the website set up. I can gift it to somebody who's looking for a new Croto skin, or whatever the hell it is. Definitely not a Chocobo. That is definitely not a Chocobo, right? A Kelstrider. Krellstrider. Oh man, this one's on sale, folks. Only $27.96 USD for this picture. NFTs, but somehow less valuable, yeah. And the amount of times that when he took 2 years off, he pitched these quite a bit. Yeah, like with AI, I think there's a lot of benefits to using it, but it, you know, can't replace people. Again, you know, game developers are already using it, you know, for various coding to support. But AI, the term AI game studio doesn't really make sense because every game studio is using AI in one way, shape, or form. Well, you know, how's this stuff not ruining him? I think it's impacting his reputation as a game developer. He doesn't like this truth to come out. Look at this, $195. He was selling backer packs up until the end of 2023 that cost up to $1,500. So to get all these skins, all the skins and mounts, and I don't think he's doing them every month. I'm pretty sure he's missed a month. But this is a fantastic deal. I could save $65. My God, sign me up, man. Sign me up. Just gotta buy them all and do a chargeback. No, that'd be cold. Redeem gate code. Oh, and this website he's put together, like his payment site, everything like that. I'm sure it's good and secure. Oh, look. Add-on for all backers, 20% off. Man, he's so good to us. He's so good to us. Do you know he had to raise the prices on, I believe it was skins, on something. And he said it was because of the rising price of food and gas. The motherfucker charged, raised prices for inflation for FOMO. That's wild to me. I love myself a good giant bird mount. There's a game, oh, I don't remember what it is. Something with ostriches that look kind of cool. But like, imagine paying $27. And is the goal, one thing I'm not sure is if like you buy these, is it like you'll get these in the game, sonny? And just think, Mark, if he's taking this long to not be done yet, how long is it going to take to make a game? And how much life does he have left? That sounds cold. I wish the best for him. Absolutely. People look up to him as some sort of anti-woke political messiah. If you pander to an audience, some of them will lap up your bullshit, just so they can feel like they're part of the cause. And here's something. There's people out there, everyone's going to have different thoughts. There's going to be people that are into the anti-woke stuff, people that are anti-woke. Even the anti-woke folks are getting real sick of him. Like, I don't see them shilling Ember. I mean, you saw Melanie Mack being like, looking at the sketchy lady character of Grum's being like, that looks pretty good, give me some butter. Oh, that tweet comparing that gotcha game to GTA 6. Which way, Western man? Oh, come on, man. I'm going to play GTA 6 and I'm going to love it. I don't care. Do I think it'll be a little bit different? Yeah, it looks more grounded already. And when I say grounded, it reminds me a bit more of Red Dead. Like, at least at the minute that we saw of it. Like, where I found GTA 5 really kind of, like, off-the-wall wild. But I think they're satiring Florida, which can be pretty realistic. Totally, man. Yeah, exactly. Like, it delegitimizes people's views that they're entitled to have. Like, and it just makes it look stupid because, you know, his are just to gain a following and write some fan fiction without addressing the real things. Like Andy Pants Gaming's another guy like that I can't stand. But there's anti-woke people like that I've discovered through this that are like, yeah, they're making good content. They're saying their points. I may not agree with all of them. I might agree with some of them. Might agree with part of them. They always vanish when one of them does something wrong. That was just giga racist. Oh, hold on. He just tweeted admitting both. What's he saying? By the way, the tweet he did comparing was so. Get some Floridian told it's fine. Oh, I don't remember his actual tweet. I remember him comparing the games and the visuals. Oh, the Gator was perfect. I think the trailer was perfect. Perfect, absolutely perfect, with a big glass of milk. No, again, we know Grumps did not, and I'll say it, he didn't steal the breast milk from Blizzard. I don't know how he gets his breast milk. Maybe he locally sources it. Maybe he gets it from himself. I don't know. But we know he didn't take the breast milk from Blizzard. Again, we don't know where he gets his. Rev says, Desu, I haven't seen them. When you're making a video on the moment, okay. I'll check out your stuff there, Simon. But yeah, these are some of the FOMO skins. Let's see what else we have. What other perks do I have? Oh, here we go. For $7.95 a month, I helped develop the development of Em8er while getting premium skins. Nice. A premium skin each month for my pilot, mech, weapon, or other cosmetics. Wow. Previous developer builds. I'm sold. Give me some of that nothing. Draft chapters as they're written. Oh my goodness. The tabletop RPG Gatestriders. The vision book. Okay, let's go to the vision book. Let's see the vision. Let's go to the dream journal. I'll read it. August update. August of this year, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Hey, Dave said reparations from Grums. I agree, man. We all deserve reparations. Okay, here's the vision book. So this is what he intends. Massive planetary warfare. Okay, it's grand invasions and counter invasions that range across the planet. I'm wondering if that area is supposed to be the planet. It's a massive, persistent battlefield zone. Here, I'll zoom this in if y'all want to see. Terraforming does not exist. I don't even think that comes close. 1 second here. One moment, I'll be right back. And I returned. I am back. If you're just joining, by the way, make sure to give that little like button a smash. I haven't said it for a good 30 minutes, so I thought I'd whip that out again. Only thing I'll whip out, I promise. So that would be weird. That'd be gooner behavior. And you know what? One reason to go after Em8er is I'm taking back the word gooner for us, Luke. Me and Luke used to talk about. Well, I won't say. No, I just worded that real bad. I'm like, used to talk about gooning. No, wasn't that. But we've applied the word gooning to a lot of things, man. It's a Miami-born Florida man still unaware of the lore. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Mid-tier VTubers. Yeah, VTubering is. I'm like, why do you want to look like a Japanese child? Reclaiming Goon. My poor wife, she loves a hockey movie called Goon. And I think we were in chat here, having quite the conversation, and my wife came and she's like, I heard there was talk of Goon, the great hockey film, and I'm like, oh babe, no, not one bit. Goon maxing, jelk, rizzing, edge posting all day long. Man. Let's see what else we have here. So, yeah, there is a goal for, like, terraform. And, man, I feel terraform is a complex thing, but maybe I'm wrong. Shape-shifting aliens. Did you see them shape-shift? If vanishing in thin air is shape-shifting, then yes. Omni-frames, they're going to have 3 different ones. Not a bad... That's a good idea. A lot of good things in theory. But I'll say... I'm not going to minimize how hard it is to be creative. But I think mapping this part out is much easier than developing a game. Bro, come on. That's a certified Gooner Bro secret limited. Secret between the CEO and CFO, Luke73 TNT McDizzle. You're right, man. You're right. See, the backstory and lore. Okay. The 53-page book that I hope he gets his publishing deal. I feel this is where I saw the Nazis one. Why can I find Nazi in here? Wait, hold on. Axis. Oh, okay, here we go. Em8er said the Crixie universe. Okay, Crix is an alternative history with the Axis. Why does that have to be a part of it? This is like... How far in the future is this? Why did the Nazis winning World War II set the events for a whole bunch of stuff on different planets? Oh shit. I forgot. I did take a look at this before, but I forgot about it. Listen, I've done so many videos, like not so many videos, only 4 videos on Grums. But every time I'm doing them, I'm like, okay, rolling up the sleeves because there's so much. em8er, you must be going through that, man. Like, they're tough videos to make because there's just so much. Where do you start? And where do you end? Yeah, I forgot about that. Y'all should be grabbing screenshots of that. Like, holy shit. So, is it in the future? Hold on. Like, this... I'm gonna say this is stupid. Like, I'm not all of it. But in the context, like, I don't get randomly. It's like saying there was a different outcome in the Vietnam War, and then suddenly we were on different planets colonized. Like, trying to add the historical reference. But boy, sounds good. But we're overthrown by science. Okay, so the Nazis won, but then they were overthrown. The Axis powers win. So, let's see what happened. The Axis win World War II. I assume it goes to the top of this page, maybe. When we got old Hitler here. He recognized the massive invasion as the moment of the SEALs' defeat. He unleashed the ultimate solution. The fuck, Grubs? 2 V2 rockets. So it's like if the Germans had the atomic bomb first, they went to London. He's going into mad details here. Is this his fantasy? The Vietnam War was ended peacefully. That came across the Goon Nation. The Goon ship. It's like that movie, The Goon Ship with the Traveling Pants. Let's see. The Allies surrendered just a few short weeks, German and Japanese. What? And then decades later, scientists took over. And then a modified Ebola virus took care of the Germans. Then scientists took over. Like, why couldn't the scientists, like, you didn't even touch the alternate history bit? And the scientists just could have took over. That's wild. Okay, so Israel convincing Hitler and the Nazi regime to spare Jewish scientists. All right. We'll learn a little bit about Grumps today. Some nightmare blood plot. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to watch some like videos of kittens or something. Okay, let's see if we can get to the game. Here's the vision book. The vision book is just Hitler yelling. Fail Prime's here! Yes, buddy. Welcome to the stream, man. Making your own game called Gooner. You should have like the E and Gooner be like an 8, like Ember. So, okay, Invasion. This is an action game, is it? An open world shooter where players must colonize or terraform a harsh alien world. Nothing like some old colonization after the Nazis win. Okay, so in some cases zones will be under control. The humans have to push them back. So this is the goal. And clear the zone and terraform it. And so it's like almost like a galactic war that we play in a game right now and that was out before. They're controlled by the server AIs. They wage war not by script, but by AI and simulation like an RTS. Do they? They didn't seem to do that. Okay, bases. They have to build up fortifications. Now, that doesn't exist. One of the main objectives doesn't exist. Nice gazing. Fail Prime, thank you for the membership, buddy. I appreciate that, man. I promise I won't, like, offer to develop a game. For money. Let's see what we got here. Bases are very important because they reveal mining location. Because we saw mining is important. They have to escort the Thumper. So we saw the Thumper. The Thumper exists. Oh, look at all these places. All these building types. I'm sure they're all there. Appreciate the new member. And you know what? I've got some free memberships here. 1 second here. I can give away. By clicking a button, I get 10 a month. Which is kind of a cool thing for YouTube. If you're into streaming, Twitch isn't the be-all end-all. You can do all right with it on YouTube. They've got some pretty decent tools and stuff to help support. But again, it's still not as community-focused as... Oh, we'll get 5 now. Boom, there's some free memberships. You get some custom emojis, so enjoy those, Fail Prime. My wife actually drew, it's our dogs. But appreciate, watch it be Grums. The stream gets a free membership. Nick coming in with the super chat. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Nick. And appreciate your work on this, man. I've been called a Diet Nick Calandra over the, like last week. I'll take it as a compliment. That's awesome, man. Thank you, dude. Let's see. So these buildings are definitely not in the game. I don't think they're going to be anytime soon. And I don't think they're within the scope of the vertical slice demo. But again, that's speaking to the game itself. But again, the things that he promised in the vertical slice demo aren't even there. The coolest thing I think he has going on is the Thumper, that little that mine dude. I think that's kind of cool. I'll give him that. And we all can have good ideas. It's execution. During the encounter, yeah, I know what the shapeshifters. 5 or 6 waves per thumper encounter, so... You know, common kind of wave thing, and, you know, we see missions like this in Helldivers. Like, there's specific mining missions. We got Omni frames, classes. I feel like there's only one frame now. It was funny, Grum's posted. Hold on, I'll bring this up here. Let's bring up old Grum's. Or the Em8er, because I think there's some, like, proposed community notes on it, and he was mad about it. Here. So we got... Talks about the heavy frames. Don't know which one this is. There's a light, medium, and heavy. But they're not in the game. Usage of the present tense is misleading. Definitely vote that's helpful. As the heavy frame does not exist in any playable form. The current demo only features the medium, which is correct. That's what we saw, and we'll go back into it. There was someone in here earlier. Maybe it was ENG Kern. Let's see if we can find some enemies. Some of the new see-whos that are just people off the hook. Man, he's talked about the movement being so good, and I'm like, is it? I don't know. I found it felt a little janky. Yeah, and unfortunately, I can't exit the Omni frame anymore for whatever reason. He didn't like the pictures floating around about his with his sexy lady. You know, the woman for the modern audience. That movement be moving. Yep, it's movement. Let's see if we can see the front of her. He's like, she's not coming out of there. Swap skin. Maybe doing that. That's what's, oh, there we are, we're scanning. Look at that, wow. That was cool. So yeah, I'm trying to put down a thumper. Perhaps you have to scan somewhere for the thumper to go. Maybe that's it. Only in certain places with resources. It kind of sucks though. Definitely not full controller support. Like you can't even shoot with the controller. That pop-in though. I hope that he plans to like really improve the world. Because damn, it's ugly. And appreciate the subscription there, Fail Prime. And left and right. Okay, yeah, we're not finding that. So I can't swap a skin. I don't know. Oh, we got first person. There we go. Let's see what else we have. I'm just hitting the different keyboard. Oh, we got a... Whatever I hit almost crashed the game, it feels. Look at that beautiful water. Have a good one, Luke. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, now I wanted to see if we can find some enemies here, so you can see the beautiful new enemy models that Mark has spent a lot of time texturing. Funny, I heard another developer that's making a very similar game to this talk about how in Substance Painter you can texture something easily in a few hours and it's quick and easy, or if you put a few days into it if you want to make it look real good. Not months. I mean, people have just been playing for Mark to learn Blender, and I don't know how well he's learned it. Oh, we got a ship. What's that weird looking thing over there? Why is that looking like... Oh, is that the water? No. Sometimes I just like to take in the sights of New Copa. Are we in game? Yes. We certainly are. We certainly are. And I appreciate y'all for joining. Should we get all these assets and give to Airship Syndicate? Sure. I'm so curious how someone can make... You know, fuck it. I'm going to download Unreal tonight and see how we do. Man, that water. I just want to get some looks at beautiful New Copa. Because there's some coping going on here. Like, I don't have words. You know what? I gotta get a palate cleanser tomorrow. It's gonna be Indiana Jones. We got the ships flying by. Got that weird mushroom-looking thing. My God. Hey, that's cool, Vale. See, this is what I think is the coolest part of the game. Like, if I went to a hill, I slid down like that. Like, is this stuff ripped off from Firefall? And when I say ripped off, are these the same type of, like, is this what shit looked like? Because I didn't play Firefall. I played Anthem. I know it's not the same thing. But, like, these type of structures. Oh, we got some cubes. Or no, those are trees. It does sound cheap. Are you the hot girl when you exit the suit? Mark removed the ability to exit from the suit for whatever reason. He didn't enjoy my coverage on that piece. I can't imagine why. I can't imagine why. Like, that red thing looks so weird. But yeah, he definitely removed the ability to leave the suit because, well, he didn't like that showing off. I know, right? Yeah, because if I go here, I hit F, exit. No, doesn't work. No dice. Disabled. Oh, poor Mr. Kern. You know, it was a terrible idea for him to go to Twitter with this. And one of the reasons it was a terrible idea is that he's taking it from a closed community, which he can control a little bit, to an incredibly critical wide community on X, where the leopards are going to eat this man's face. Let's see here. Nick says JM8 literally did an asset flip for one of his videos and made more mechanics and gameplay than this. And he did it in a week. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, I messed around with a Wild West pack from Unreal. And, you know, didn't have a game or anything close, but I could do stuff pretty reasonably quickly. If Mark was serious, he would just make the vertical slice by using an asset pack and recreate the from hand the real proc. Yeah, or focus on systems, you know? Like, I recently saw one of the competitors, Respark, put out a video, and you know what? Let's take a look at it and see what they're doing. We'll take a look at Nexus Drop and Respark. So one moment here. And they're making almost the same game, or a very similar game. This is what they have. Let me find their, I may have to go to their Discord here. Oh, it's right there. Where are these video updates? I definitely got a notification for it and watched it. 1 second here, we're just looking for it, and we'll show you what that looks like. Respark game. Oh, here it is. It's under a studio name, but...
Greetings, everyone. Today we're bringing you an exclusive look at Respark's latest development milestone. We're thrilled to announce that after more than a year of development, our custom server solution, entirely built from scratch, is now fully functional and online. This is a huge achievement for our team, and it marks the beginning of an exciting...
I kind of like that cel-shaded look they got going on.
We're ready to shift focus onto gameplay itself, and with that, a new Founder playtest is just around the corner. You can see our development progress has now
I don't
skyrocketed.
believe they've spent $600,000.
Earlier this year, we have announced a release of a few open source libraries, and one of them is Repath, our fast, multi-threaded server-side pathfinding library, which is currently in development and is already used for internal playtesting. Take a look at our NPC patrolling the area. Repath is a key component in Respark, as AI behavior
I probably walked right through that
are one
red
of the
thing,
most
fail.
expensive calculations on the server.
No game developer tries to
We'll
make
be
final
open-sourcing
assets for a
even
great
more of our
boxing
custom tech as
and
we
making sure that the
continue to
gameplay
develop.
loop is actually set
Most
to work first.
importantly, the
Absolutely, and
networking
you know,
solution alone,
even me messing around with
which now
RPG
allows
Maker
us
for
to
the last
handle
year or
hundreds
so.
of players and thousands
You know,
of
I'm
NPCs
focused more
in
on
one
like,
location
quest
with
design and
ease.
things like that system.
It's time to celebrate. Our foundations are stronger than ever, and Respark's journey is truly just
What's
beginning.
up, damage?
Soon you'll be suiting up and stepping into the fray.
Fail! Appreciate the
After
membership
all,
gifting,
you
man.
didn't sign up to just observe and explore
awesome,
this
dude.
brand
Thank
new
you.
world. You came
Is
here
this
to claim
game
its
open source?
resources and reignite the fire.
At least some of the
See you
resources
soon in
are.
the next playtest.
Here's the one I'm really excited about. Like, this guy's just one guy, no money. Let's do the watch this abilities video. I think this guy's killing it. I want to say a year and a half. And miles ahead of what Mark's got going on. I appreciate the channel support today, folks. Thank you for the super chat, Nick. That's awesome. The memberships fail Prime. Y'all are awesome. Mini sentry, okay. A little sentry buddy. I love my little sentry buddy in Helldivers. The robot, your drones. Like, this guy's focusing on systems, and you know what? He refuses to start crowdfunding until he has a super solid proof of concept because of so many scams, like Em8er. It's not just like hating on Mark. This for what he's done to hurt crowdfunding. You can find multiple comments from people saying they'll never crowdfund another game because of Em8er. Like, this guy currently, I mean, I don't know, he's raised a little bit of money, but I'd say in the hundreds. I'm just guessing. He's trying to get a new computer. His enemies actually look cooler. And they're just basic, though, you know what I mean? Like, that's an example of the abilities. Let's take a look at a few of his other ones here. He's got a city. Oh, so these are all Firefall successors. Absolutely gazing. Hey, Nico, are there any buses in the game? Not yet.
They banished me, never to be seen, to a place where the air's always filled with screams, so hot that the land only grows weeds.
Like, I'm sorry, man, this guy's killing it.
Betrayed by some comrades.
One guy, a year and a half, who works full time.
It's not if, no, it's when. Better watch out, 'cause I'm coming for revenge.
I think he's hoping in the next year to be able to do a Kickstarter. And, you know, if Em8er isn't successful, honestly, it will be a fun case study. And I'm happy to contribute some documentation and information to that. Like, I wish Mark could see that and take some humility. And as opposed to talking about the mistakes that he's made, he just makes excuses. And just like, for example, when he suddenly decided that $65,000 wasn't enough to make the demo, it's like, well, crowdfunding changed. It fell apart, and I'm like, is there evidence to support that? I couldn't find any. We'll watch another one, and what else he's got going on here. Early AI update. That's something Mark doesn't have going on right now. How do you measure the success of a grift that went on for 10 years? You know? Wild. See, just like Firefall, there's a scanner. And remember, Mark's making a game that's just a spiritual successor to a game he's already made. When I say he's already made, a team of people made. He wants to take credit for anything good and not take the blame for anything bad. What else they got going on here? See, crafting. Like, from a feature standpoint, so much more going on here. The guy releases videos on what he's been doing. What's another one? Let's take a look at his city. I don't think it's anything wild like for a city, but it's city. Yeah, because I think, if I remember him talking, like, you'll be able to buy things at various shops and such. It's those trolls. Yeah. That's the lack of accountability. Like, Mark was asked by his backers, people that have paid him money, why he hasn't updated them for a month, and his reason was because of the trolls. I'm like, come on, man. Offer an apology. Be a man. Oh no, that's my Arthur Morgan. Be a man, John. Be a man, Mark. Be a goddamn man. Yeah, just no accountability, ownership, wants to detract from the truth. Yeah, you got the different bikes. He has bikes. Mark promised bikes to people. Do I know if they exist in the game? I have no idea. I don't think they do. I think they're probably for the final game. So, we'll take a look at one more. A world map. Let's see what the world map looks like.
Take a video.
Oh, come on. I don't want the Ray-Bans. I'm getting shot. That's okay. We'll come back and we'll see the see-who's. And I think graphically, even at this stage, looks better. DEI or Mark. Was he actually harassing the Mouthwash devs? What was he doing? I never followed it that much. I think so. You know, the thing that kind of made me go like, huh, is when he's like, don't make me tap my sign or something he said. I'm like, what's that mean, man? What does tapping your sign mean? I did see some ego from being like, no game developer should block me. Meanwhile, he blocks anyone criticizing Em8er. Oh, okay, I see what he's doing. So much more love and care. Let's get back to some Em8er. Oh, there's the see-who's. Let's see his couple months of texturing in action here, if we can find them again. Man, those things are ugly. The start of it was the dev saying, don't attack the artist. Yeah, that makes sense. Asmon's covered the drama. But the dev daren't say anything about Dear Leader. Yeah. Like, hey, it's how I heard about the game. Not Asmon, but the talk about it. And it's definitely a cool game. But I understand why, you know, they may not have respect for Asmongold. I don't have a lot of respect for him. He's a person who has opinions, like every other person has. I don't know what makes his more relatable. Well, I mean, I do know what it is. It's a numbers game. I will say a lot of Twitter users, a lot of people that, you know, thrive on like the negative anti-woke content, they don't overestimate the intelligence of their audience. That's one thing that's true. Like if you look at the recent GTA stuff from, what's his name, Em8er? I can't pronounce it. Anyone here? Hello? Firefall, come back. The chat is funny. Yeah, I love both washing. Like, except that last level I didn't like. Okay, I want to find these see-who's. Let's... Whoa! Look at me out of the water. Oh, beautiful new Copa. Look at those trees. Em8er? Like, that GTA stuff, the majority of it was debunked. Like, an example. One little piece that his whole argument hinged on that is very easy to overlook. He's like, many people from the studio in Montreal, Behavior Interactive, worked at Rockstar. And unless I'm mistaken, from what I did a cross-reference on LinkedIn, I found 4 of them. And he focused on all 4 of them, I believe, if not like 2 or 3. So, you know, that's one hinging point of the argument. Also, 60 people taking a course in unconscious bias. I've got some experience working in the HR space and such. Those are courses that, you know, people take. Are you going to get a lot from it? No, I think you're overestimating the effectiveness of LinkedIn Learning. But it's almost like saying knowledge is a bad thing. Knowledge is a good thing, especially if you're interviewing people. Unconscious bias is kind of good to know, especially interviewing people internally. You got to set aside things that you know about them in some cases. Or, like an example, someone might come into an interview. Maybe they're, you know, maybe someone's dressed better than them, has nicer clothes, nicer shirt. You don't want to take that shit into account. That creates kind of a bias in you finding the right person, and is adverse to that meritocracy, that bullshit that people think that they know what they're talking about. Of course, the best person for a job should be the one hired. No one's saying that. I mean, maybe someone's saying that. I'm not saying that. Fuck, this thing's ugly. "100% attacking people based on such strange things that they just for some extra move that something's actually important." Like, yeah, it's funny. I do this like huge investigation into Em8er. Grums wants nothing to do with that, but Em8er does a weird investigation into GTA that is just hinging on nothing. And he's like, "Oh, this is fantastic. This supports my narratives." Oh man, team sports. That's what it is. It's team sports. And people love their team sports. It makes them a lot of money. Only on one side, though, for the most part. Like, there is a lot more money in anti-woke content because it's easy to get people upset. You know, it's easy to get people upset. Some people have, you know, if people are upset, they have a right to be upset in some cases. But then it kind of stretches in, if there's nothing to be upset about, let's make something. Let's manufacture something. Does that mean everything that people are upset about is manufactured? No. But it means that some of it is just for story time, and it's pretty easy to see that. Again, going back to that GTA example. Just fan fiction. Fan fiction. Or trying to create an argument that is not based in points. And again, it's not overestimating the intelligence of folks in some cases. Okay, here we get the see-who's. This is what Mark worked on for a few months. Here, I am going to let them kill me, though, so we can get a good look at them up close. Kill me, see-who's. We can see them glitch out for a bit. Oh, there's pieces of me rolling. There's the who's kind of walking around with their spears. I just don't know what I think about their walk. It seems so sketchy. You're curious if Rockstar responds to that in some way? I don't know. Rockstar doesn't respond to much. I remember with the whole Save Red Dead Online thing, they were just pretty quiet. They should respond by having some anti-woke characters in their game, though. That'd be funny. A Grum satire. I don't think they'll give them the notoriety. But it's likely going to be, you know, it's arguably the most anticipated game of all time. It's going to sell like hotcakes. Do I think it'll outsell GTA 5 by the end of it? I don't know. I think GTA 5 is a bit of an anomaly based on the success of GTA Online. But still going to be massively successful. Is it going to be different than GTA 5? Yeah. It looks, at least at the minute of trailer that we get, a little bit more grounded in reality. It looks more like Red Dead to me. Not from a graphic standpoint. Oh, what is that? See who doing? It looks so sketchy. Not from like just a graphic standpoint. It'll be a step up from that. But it just felt more grounded than the escapades of Trevor, Michael, and Franklin. But I could be totally wrong. Any Gigabear fans in here? Maybe he's watching. It's awesome. Extremely curious if Rockstar responds to that in some way. Yeah. I don't know, man. They don't need to, though. They don't respond to like their fans. They've got a long ride in GTA. If things start dissuading potential employees from applying because of false information, you're right. Yeah. That's where you got a point. Take-Two lawyers don't mess around. Like, just look at what happened with 5M. Like, after years of threats of litigation, people showing up to that guy's place, they eventually just bought them. But I wouldn't want to play with Take-Two's legal. Like, have Strauss Zelnick showing up at your door. That man works so pretty hard. I know there's a WWE kind of thing that he did that was hilarious. Gigabear blocked you this week? Aw, man. Poor guy, poor guy. I hope everything works out for him. Oh, man. It takes all sorts of people in this world. But yeah, I think that's a good point about Take-Two. Rockstar. I just don't think it'll have the influence to really do anything. But I'm sure folks are thinking like they can ride this pony for a while because we're just getting, like, the marketing phase of GTA 6 hasn't started. And there's going to be plenty of things for people to get mad about. Like, I don't know if they want, like, preemptive slurs in the game. Yeah, Damage. The stuff you put out there is hilarious, man. I'm surprised he hasn't blocked you. I know he called me a pussy and then blocked me. That's how it went for me. No, it was, after I posted the picture of the character out of the, out of the mech, he blocked me. He was quite hurt by that. Oh, Quantic Dream responded through the law? Is that a Quantic Dream thing? Is that around the Elliot Page stuff? Is that, am I thinking that right? I might be getting my legal things mixed up, because I know there's the thing between, like, Naughty Dog and them, maybe? I'm reaching, though. Had to bug him for weeks to... Imagine if you had to bug him for weeks, Spew. Imagine what his backers had to do. Like, imagine, like, just ignoring all this feedback. Who are they fighting? This song's so fitting. Now it's time to rest. You did your worst. You tried your best, man. Here, we'll explore a little bit more. And then maybe we'll take a look at some more backer resources. Take another little look at the vision book. Oh, here we go. Watch Mark just be in the background being like, I'm going to add these things. He's being outright racist in his recent tweet? What did he say? I saw his, like, Wish Wade Western Man, then Hard Drive posted a good little dunk on him. Can't get me, I'm hiding behind a rock. Boy, I love these enemies and their abilities they have. Hey, there. Well, make sure I say the name right. Caillou Shisha? No. Sorry, I butchered that. Hold on here. Lost the chat for a second. Caillou Sishan says, hey, I know you're pretty neutral politically from what you've seen. Do you have an outsider's opinion on the coming wave of mockery of the long-standing anti-woke nonsense? I mean, I think people are just seeing through it in the context of, like, there's legitimate concerns. It's kind of like, you know, Ahmed said, the boy who cried woke. If you're saying everything is woke, you're going to kind of lose the plot on, you know, what is shitty media. Yeah, I would say I'm like super neutral. I probably lean further left. But if I was in America, I wouldn't have voted for Kamala. Nor would I vote. I wouldn't have voted. I couldn't have done it. I couldn't in my heart. Being Arabic, and yeah, just couldn't. And even in Canada, like, there's no one I want to vote for. Nick says about the laws. Laws are different. The way libel is done, expensive too. How the former EIC of the Escapist before he lost court in Canada, when he called the former employees their alt-right Nazi shit. Oh yeah, Canada has some pretty stringent media laws. Look up Robert B. Marks versus the Enthusiast Gamer for an interesting court case. Interesting. Oh yeah, the DEI detected server. They wipe that chat though every couple weeks. They were talking about him with Upper Echelon's video. Most people are getting pretty sick of grums. I mean, how relatable is a 56-year-old dude gonna be to a bunch of kids? He's gonna try real hard. Like, hello, fellow youth. But just disappointment after disappointment. Canada, yeah, it's something. It's something. Colin Moriarty, yeah, Colin Moriarty destroyed that man. He's trying to send IGN giving a 9. Yeah, I gotta change my chat to top to newish chat because I think I'm getting them in different orders here. He's trying to say IGN giving it a 9. Oh, IGN giving it a 9 is a red flag. IGN giving it a 7 is a red flag. That's their go-to. 9 is probably good. Oh yeah, SBI detected. Imagine, and that man, that video from Em8er, I keep butchering his name, I'm sure. Like, you know what it reminded me of? If there's 8 fans of The Office in here, the episode that's Pam and Jim's wedding, Michael and Dwight are like, they're investigating the women that are going to be at the wedding, like the bridesmaids. And the vibe that I get from Em8er on talking about like Behavior Interactive was a studio Montreal, the same city where Sweet Baby lived in, was the exact vibe I got when Dwight was like, I did some research on this girl Jennifer. And Michael's like, tell me about Jennifer. Well, she has a bicycle she's selling. Oh yeah, right on. Oh no, she likes biking. Tell me more. Well, she has a bicycle she's selling. Oh, does she? Tell me more. That's all I got. Like, there's just nothing. Like 4 employees from a random studio in Montreal. Stream Elements likes its view. Like, my God, this is... The thing is, the enemies are boring. Like, they shoot. I shoot. You think they'd have like a, you know, some different abilities. Maybe they do and I don't see. And I don't know if he has plans for other enemies, man. That's a lot of work for him. That was like a month-long project. Oh, I'm glad they sure disappeared. I'll say the gunplay's not great. It feels very kind of basic and rudimentary. The enemies just kind of disappear. Oh no! Yeah, probably not a good idea to give me attention. Probably not a good idea. POA is like a Dark Souls Diablo? Is that kind of the best description? I know people are pumped for it. Yeah, there's like, is there any recoil? Let's see. There's a little bit, but not much. No, I get you. This is my second account. My first one got canceled. I will say, you don't have to put your name in it, your real name in anywhere. Like even like credit card. I just had to put a credit card number and billing address. But I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. Firefall was a good idea, I think. I think other games have kind of taken inspiration. Like I'm sure Helldivers had maybe not some inspiration directly from it. Grumps would like to think that. I'm sure Arrowhead Studios love Grumps. No, I'm sure they. You know what? I've gotten a message from people there who have said like, "Thank you so much. This man made my own life hell for months." And at that moment, I'm like, I feel pretty good about this investigation. Let's get close to this guy. They're just boring enemies. I 100%. Like, I think this could be put together in a game jam weekend. Schism says, what really sucks is how many studios are closing down when grifters like Mark continue. You lost your job in the industry after 8 years. I'm sorry. You know, I've been through it too. I've worked in like learning and development, HR, all sorts of weird stuff, and often in SaaS. And, you know, I've been through some layoffs recently. It sucks. Yeah. It's good to have another source of income. YouTube's my other source of income, but it's like a fraction of what I've actually been making in jobs. But trying to increase that by getting some more videos out, things like that. More live streams. Appreciating the memberships and the super chats, folks. That was awesome. Oh yeah, it's on fire. And the thing is, when people are just crying wolf, when there's lots of other problems, like executives that are really out of touch, things like that. That's the we missed the plot. We missed the plot, and the damage isn't fixed. Like the campaigns, like against Star Wars, for example. Did that game have some problems? Sure. You have to think: are they making an impact in sales? And Mark's looking at that as a success, and that's something he's done through his career. Is when he feels slighted, he wants failure from whatever slighted him. An example would be like he wanted Red 5 to fail after he was let go as the CEO. And think about that. Think about a CEO of a company getting let go and then publicly saying that he wants a game to fail. He wants all of his old colleagues to lose his jobs. Like, it's sick. It's sick. Yeah, lots of talent are going and never coming back to game dev. Absolutely. And if they have like the transferable skills to work in like SaaS or something like that, I can't blame them for taking it. How does game dev survive when everyone has 500 on-played games in their Steam backlog? yeah, it's like indie games are a beautiful thing, you know, where there's risk, but there's a lower risk and more reward. Yeah, Spew, I really enjoyed it. Was there some problems? Sure. But I often think, like, if I didn't have these problems drilled into my head, would I have thought they were problems, or would I have loved it? But hell, it had a woman in it. A woman that was tough, that had a broken nose. And they expected her to be some gooning material. They wanted, like, you know, Leia fresh out of being with Jabba. Grum seems to think AA game dev is what will rise from the ashes AAA, but he doesn't think that it will be cyclical. You know, there's a point where AA studio may turn into a AAA studio, or those investments go up. Yes, Facebook groups with former Red 5 employees, absolutely. I'm sure there's. I didn't check those ones out, but I have been talking to a former Red 5 employee. Like, he shared one of their, like, recruiting videos. Some of the craziest shit that Red 5 did was they had Studio 5, which made, like, weird satire videos. I'm like, and it was wild. They're afraid to speak up because of the harassment. You know what's wild? I haven't really gotten any harassment. I've gotten some rude comments. I've been called a divorced transsexual father, and you know, cool. Say what you want, man. Stepdad. No, not father. Stepdad. Which is, all of it's pretty inaccurate. But I haven't really had too much hate. Like, my videos have been, and it's not like I cater to a massive left-wing anti-Grums audience, especially when I did my first video on this. The like percentage is in the 80 and 90%. You can make this pretty apolitical. Now, it may have been a different outcome if I started attacking, like, you know, Grum's opinions that someone may have agreed with. Law does won't speak publicly because wanting to keep a career. Totally get that. You think that AA in the AA spaces did? Yeah, I could see that too, because AA still millions of dollars of risks. Maybe not the tens of millions, but millions. %, but did he get fired though from Blizzard? He says he didn't damage. There had to be a reason he left. I just don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, he could have still been around, but the thing is, he's an example of the Peter principle. He rose to his level of incompetence. His level of incompetence was CEO. That's pretty clear. It's kind of like Michael Scott, The Office. He rose to his level of incompetence. Yeah, no one thought Helldivers was going to be that big. Yeah, I figured, Nick. I didn't think he was fired from Blizzard. Whoever owned the decision, not in making Concord, but made the decision that it was going to be a paid game, was probably the worst decision they could have made. Just sitting here chilling with the See-Who's. Hey, Boiler. How you doing? Hope you're having a good Thursday. We'll respawn and run around for a little bit longer. We're in no rush. Ain't got nothing going on. Just get excited for Indiana Jones tomorrow. Gosh, I don't know. Indiana Jones or The Great Rebellion. That good old DI free game. Maybe some Alex Jones NWO Wars or something. Did they lose money on the first Destiny? That's wild. Man, that would be... I would be in a... It would be very sad. Like... Working on something for so long and then... Just, like, immediately dismissed. It would be soul-crushing. You know, as someone who just started dabbling into it, like, as a hobby recently, it's fascinating, fun, so hard, but really cool. But as a career, it'd be so challenging. Nick says that he was not like that. I can imagine was a huge advocate for crunch. Whew. Could have fooled me on that crunch bit. Would tell employees he'd be fired if he didn't show up for work and then didn't show up himself. I could see that. Yeah. Is there moments, though, Schism, where you're like... Has there been moments where you're like, this feels worth it? Like, maybe not the work for a company, but kind of the root of the work itself, if that makes sense. Like, where you found great satisfaction within it? Yeah, like, because I know, like, even in RPG Maker, I made a little quest where I had to chase a wagon down. And, you know, an event would happen where the, you know, the wagon's moving away from me, it's going at a certain speed, I'm going at a certain speed. Because it's a Western, like, little indie RPG type thing. And I, like, felt so good when I got it done. When fans enjoy the game, yeah. Everything else is just stress. I'm sure in, like, places like large companies, it would kind of suck. Because you're just marching to the beat of someone else's drum in a lot of cases, I'm sure. Like, if this is a whole planet, this biome is just boring. I wish we could leave the mech. He must have been like, they're never leaving that mech again. It's made game dev worse. Yeah, it probably puts different pressures on people to compromise their own creativity. And I think a good example of that is Stellar Blade. Like, if the developers say that these were the intentions for Outfit, or these were our choices, and everyone else is like, Sony made them censor it. I mean, how's a studio supposed to react to that? Yeah, it's much different as I couldn't, like, I've worked tech jobs, and it's much different than that. Like, again, even working in SaaS, I'm sure, is... Well, yeah, it's so multifaceted. Yeah, I know before I could get her out of the mech, but I don't think she, like, stepped out of the mech. I think she just appeared. But it's hard to believe waifus and mechs. Is that the combo, the big selling one? Game dev is art. It takes years to build a good team. I'm sure it does. Like, it would be so tough, like, at a large scale. And just think, Mark wants that responsibility. Let's see what we got here in the chat. Sorry if I keep missing some chats here. Oh, I bet you he burned some bridges at Blizzard. Again, we know he didn't take the breast milk from Blizzard. We know that. Where he gets his breast milk currently, or where he gets his breast milk, might be local, as I said. But we know he didn't take it from Blizzard. Just kidding. Just kidding. We know he does. He's likely doesn't drink breast milk. There's no evidence suggesting that Mark Kern drinks breast milk. No evidence suggesting he doesn't, but none that says he does. He was essentially a recruiter that helped build the team, that worked as a producer but didn't code anything. He was the manager. Yeah. And you know what, Nick? Funny enough, like, that was a big part of my last job. Or not my last job, a few jobs ago. I was a training manager for quite a while, and I had designers that would design, like, beautiful courses. They were better at me than designing, but my job was, like, logistics, you know, making sure that we met deadlines. And more key, if we couldn't meet deadlines, communicating to the appropriate stakeholders that, hey, things are going to be delayed a little bit, here's what's up. And it's just like, it's a lost art of delegate. Like, he's a delegator. He delegated work. That's all he did, it seems. At least in his roles at Blizzard. I'm sure CEO was... Red 5 has horror stories. Those guys had it hard, though. From Mark to the ownership afterwards was absolutely terrible, too. And blame Mark for that. Mark's the one that got money from them. Mark, got a whole bunch of money from China. Terrible Chinese investors that were assholes. Not because they were Chinese, don't get me wrong. I don't want that misconstrued. They were just assholes. They didn't pay people near the end, if I understand correctly. But he, that's how he got money. And then he blamed them for letting him go. Said he was his own Kobayashi Maru, which I wasn't really familiar with. But that was, again, his own doing. Oh, God. Look at the ocean. The beautiful ocean of... Is this planet supposed to be Ember? And this is a region of it? Oh, Schism, yeah, the IP theft of Horizon, yeah. Star Trek thing, no win situation, okay. Ooh, Netflix firing everyone doing AI right now. Yeah, that's rough. It does. Oh, man. I wonder if he did this. Okay, go to that water. But it's supposed to be mostly icy. Based on the first paragraph of his book, yeah, definitely icy skew. Yeah, 100%. Either way, people following him now don't care about the games industry, or even if he makes a game, they make that clear. They just agree with him, so none of the rest matters. Absolutely. The thing that gets me is there's no cancellation or anything like that. I don't think cancel culture really exists. It doesn't. It's not a thing. All you can do is educate people and then make their own choices. But I find it hilarious him being on gaming podcasts with people that are supposed to be advocates for gamers, and they just act like this doesn't exist and talk about the latest bullshit, which is crazy. Schism says, wish Steam would stop by Gabe and Yachts and then hire some real moderators, clean up the Steam forums. Yeah, they're pretty rough, aren't they? Oh, I got scared the other day. I went to a site I've never been to before, and I've heard about it, but I've avoided it. Kiwi Farms. Because I saw my name on it, but it was all good. The Kiwi Farms people didn't seem to like Grumps too much either. But boy, they use some rough language. Because I saw my videos on there, and I was like, uh-oh. What's going on? Everyone's enjoyed Dragon Age Veilguard, enjoyed it, like an 8 out of 10 game. I'm glad they did. My wife's on her second playthrough of it, loves it. I've never played a Dragon Age game. I should give it a try sometimes. Bethesda are aggressively out of touch. Yeah, Starfield was... I loved Starfield. I'll just say it. I loved the modding with it. But it could have been so much better. Where am I getting sound from? Wish people would not hate the Emerald so much. You made one of the best levels in Thief. I'm gonna play Thief. For game dev, hell, they just want to release a solid game. Shortcomings is just the game dev hell stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed the one playthrough of it. Like, it has so much potential. But I will say, after playing Star Wars Outlaws, it felt like such an improvement and more of what I wanted, I guess. Like, I found the right... It wasn't the writing was poor in Starfield, but it's like... After playing something like Cyberpunk with like such serious and deep characters, I found I just didn't find the characters as interesting in Starfield. You cannot bring yourself to read the lore proper. Oh, we'll take a look at some lore here. Sometimes, again, I just like to get the views of New Copa. Where's the Ember photo mode? Let's take a look at some lore stuff. Oh, the engine's going to be good for Elder Scrolls 5, I think. Here's my thing with Bethesda games, though. It feels like I'm just playing a different version of the same games. Like, and that's their style, and maybe that's advantageous to them, like the familiarity people would have and things like that. When I said screw it, it's game. Let Raijin have the mind control helmets and every lecture you want. Oh, smart, man. Especially, like, if you... I don't really have a full job in media, and it makes it tougher when you know, unfortunately, if you're in media, it makes it tough to actually... You can still have opinions, of course, but it almost puts them on an unreasonable level of scrutiny, and you were put under a massive level of scrutiny. And in my opinion, a lot of it was to distract from what you were actually saying. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Nick. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the super chat. It's awesome. Best content was basically hidden, yeah. Like, I had a great time with my first playthrough with, you know, married Sarah. I thought it was really cool. I don't care. Having, like, a wedding and stuff, I thought it was kind of neat. Nice, Spew. There's some good stuff on Game Pass, but, yeah, it's, the least interesting thing about Starfield, in my opinion, was the main story. And I think that was very much the same for me for Star Wars Outlaws. The main story was okay, but everything else I found was so cool, like the various side quests and the world building. That's the stuff that, for open world games, going back, someone asked me like about like open world versus linear. That's the thing that really makes the difference for an amazing open world game for me, is that world building. Yes, Nick. I'm very glad about that. I mean, that could change. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I'll just kind of go with it. Go with it for now. But yeah, people hopefully will be in a bit more positive light here and say Nick was right. Which you were. You flagged this quite a while ago. We just had to kind of... It took a crazy amount of like digging and digging to get the details. And one thing that, you know, I pride myself on, because I've worked in learning and development, is taking the complex, and this is complex at its core. There's a lot of numbers and time frames, and making it simple for people to understand and verify and do their own research as well. Yeah, I appreciate that, Gazing. I appreciate that, like, obsessive, like, in the context of, like, when I get into something, I use the power of ADHD super focus. A source Ember. Why don't we just make Ember Spew? I'm gonna download Unreal tonight. We'll make Ember. Weekend Game Jam. I feel that if something was scoped out appropriately, like, you know, a world, some mechs, some enemies, and a bit of a gameplay flow. Like, imagine if you had something like base building really quick. Hey, Schism, I am on Blue Sky. I haven't posted much to it. I'm not used to it yet, for the most part. But yeah, I am on there. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Yeah. And it's not over, and it's kind of like, there's not been many opportunities where we have a chance to see this in action. Like, this is just, Grump says he's just getting started. Well, this was supposed to be done a long time ago, but what he is correct in is he's just getting started and taking money from people. His ultimate goal, so he's taken 600,000 so far, his ultimate goal is a lot more than that. He wants millions, and that's what he's going to try to do to develop the full game. No one wants bad games. Like, if he wasn't such a hypocrite. And the thing is, what makes this just so interesting, I feel that I have another window open or something. I'm trying to see if I have a sound on somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, how much money could have gone to like another game than this? So much more. Oh yeah, Fallout 76. What a comeback for them. Like, remember that disastrous launch? Hey, True Lewis. We're just, honestly, yeah. Like, give me something positive to say, Grums. Like, I couldn't with good conscience be like, I think he's gonna do it. Like, I wish I could. I mean, I wish there was a way I could, but there's no way I could ever do that. Yeah, 70-year-old man. Did he give $1,000? Spew, I didn't know the amount. Mad Dog asked something in there the other day, I saw. Like, again, Mark wants to fight a culture war. And he wants to get paid for, like, nothing. These people for at least a few years, if not more, paid this man a pretty reasonable salary. I want to say over 2 years, it was like $250,000 at its peak. That's crazy. Imagine getting paid $250,000 for not doing anything. And feeling probably pretty entitled to that. Like he's owed that from gamers. The people that he says he's advocating for are just his best customers. That is so sad. Yeah, we'll take a little break here and take a look at some lore for a second here. And then we'll get her probably wrapped up after some lore. But I appreciate everyone coming in tonight. I'm enjoying the larger streams, having people here, some good chats. Hey, Caillou. Who's the artist of the splash art on Em8er? I don't know. To be honest. Oh, wallpaper of Crotus. See, the Em8er site keeps logging me out. I can't imagine why. Such a high quality website. Oh, is my Discord link out of date? Probably, but hold on. I'll grab it for you. I am definitely not active in my Discord. I pop in and read it, but someone just came in to say Dragon Age fucking sucked. I don't know who the hell they are. Hold on, let me grab the link. I'll be honest, all my Discord, I have like 50 Discords right now. That's too many. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I got the link for it. Yeah, there was supposed to be a new website months ago. All you have to do to expose this team is pay attention. Yeah, honestly. Your most controversial opinion? Deus Ex Invisible War wasn't that bad. I feel like I gotta troll my Discord. The first message was Dragon Age fucking sucked. I mean, okay. That's cool you didn't like it. But yeah, it was mainly for like Red Dead Redemption 2 and such. Right on. Yeah, I usually try to check it every day. Like, I'll pop in, take a look. But some days, you know, Twitter DMs if you ever want to reach me, or it's probably the easiest, or Discord DM. Let's see what else we might got here. Let's see the Felly. Let's give, because Grubs is like, they won't show you what she looks like. They're so mad that she's so beautiful, or some shit like that. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. Okay. The RPG rules. Okay. I mean, I played D&D, but I've not played Warhammer or anything. I'm sure this art was free. Oh, here's a funny one. Thank you for becoming a patron of Em8er. Your monthly contribution goes directly towards the development of the tabletop game. What do you mean, Grubs? I thought I was paying for a game. Like a game that I play. Let's go to a tabletop game. The lore and tabletop rules also directly enrich the Em8er video game. Who the fuck's going to be playing this? She hasn't worked on it since 2022? Shit. I'm sure there's some folks that probably don't want to be associated with the project. I mean, I'm sure she's probably fine with being associated with it. Well, I played Dungeons & Dragons in middle school. I never owned a copy of the rules. They were impossible to find as I grew up in Asia, and the books were not readily available. I love the smell of books. Books weren't readily available. I love the smell of books. Shit's funny. Oh yeah, he's taking out loans too, which is wild. He admitted that in a recent call. Cat Girl demo. Do I have to extract the shit? Okay. Let's get her extracted. Okay. Let's see what the cat girl looks like. I wonder what storefronts Em8er will be available on. This is just his little like nothing. She's just like sitting over there. Oh wait, I still got the other game on. Yeah, this is yeah, there she is. Well, that was amazing. Bye, cat girl. He had in the Discord chat on September 9th that the current subscription incomes used to paying back loans that were taken out to pay people for new 3D models. He said art refresh though, didn't he? Like, I don't want to... Was it 3D models? Interesting. Oh, the novel's so bad. Like, again, this aligns with, you know, some of the things that, you know, that are through Reddit around Mark Kern at Red 5, where he thought he could write quality fiction. Oh, that's fair, Spew. That's fair. It could be those. Whatever it was. I know his words were refreshed, wasn't it? Which could be inclusive of those. And, like, he's never really defined the art refresh. Hey, welcome to the Discord. Was saying that the Kickstarter would definitely fail if they only delivered what was promised. Yeah, they never delivered what was promised for $20,000, let alone $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000. How much of the novel do we? Oh, we got all 7 chapters, maybe. Read the first 7 chapters. Apparently the planet Em8er, a mix of contradictions. Volcanoes and flowing lava next to freezing ice and cold. That didn't look like where we were at. No, we can't deliver anything people pay for in the Indiegogo now. Who's the writer? There's some guy he worked with. It's in the forums. I did some research for an initial video. Some guy was like, hey, I'm going to be working with Grums on this. Carrie just opened. Resource development. Name was Terraform. Yeah, this is the book. Oh, we got some more. How How many times has Icy said this? He says Icy 9 times. How many times in the first couple pages? What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Is that the same page? Okay. Like 5 times in the first. Totally get you, Nick. Rough old writing. But yeah, the vision book I thought would like... I know I've already downloaded it. Hold on. Let me just bring it up here. Or no, maybe it was a link. I'll bring up the vision book again. Because I'm still not clear 100% on what the game's supposed to be. There was 2 icicles? Yeah. He must be a cold man. So yeah, it's gonna have... Let's see what it's gonna have versus what it has. Well, there's not really massive planetary warfare. Quite a ways off from that. There's 1 Omni frame. World goals and shared goals. So shared goals give the players a common focus for the goals. So kind of like Helldivers, it sounds like. But not really, because it won't exist. New zones and new tiers are released with each episodic update. Man, imagine episodic updates. Oh my god. Like, I just can't even. You can't deliver on a vertical slice. And you're thinking, like, years out. Em8er is an episodic and story gameplay and world. Regular updates will give player access to new areas and terraform and fight over. These zones will include new resources, new tiers to unlock. Some updates will be, if the game's successful, including releasing vehicles like aircrafts and tanks and larger mechs. Yeah. And again, this is... Why, Mark? What? I'm still trying to understand after going through this how integral this is to the story. Sounds like he just wanted a little, like, fan fiction. Like, it just sounds like such a weird way to, like, sneak World War II in there. Because there's nothing that feels like World War II. Okay, look at this. All the shit happens. Fast forward to 100 years. Like, oh my god. He should have just picked one thing. Write a crappy book. Hey, Soul Black, I look forward to the day Mark Kern calls you racist on social media for having a black main character in your urban fantasy JRPG when Em8er still doesn't have water textures. Yeah, and welcome to the stream. Do the space Nazis lose in the end? This is ridiculous. Like, what? The killing blow to Hitler that saved a chain reaction to Oppenheimer's plan. Erwin's father, the great German theoretical physicist, had been instrumental in convincing Hitler and the Nazi regime to spare Jewish scientists, persuading the dictator that they could advance the Reich's course during the war. But Erwin hated the regime and planned an assassination with the help of high-ranking officers close to the Fuhrer. So I get these other Nazis to help me kill the big Nazi. Are they defeated by they're defeated by the space scientists. But they had to win first. The Inshigi took the name from the Japanese word for sandpiper, whose singing was said to spread happiness. The scientists got together and said, "Yo, we sang, players." Oh my god. So when the world erupted in violence and the Inshigi were hauled out of their homes and shot in the streets, tens of thousands of the best and brightest Inshigi were finally already on their way. Fast forward 100 years. Another century passed. So we're going kind of multi-century story, but told in a few paragraphs, focused on World War II. I can't believe he didn't get that publishing deal. I don't know that any of the devs you talked with over the years that would crowdfund a vertical slice, that's how blatant this all is. Yeah! Like, selling FOMO for a game that doesn't exist, for a vertical slice that doesn't exist, is wild. Like, skins that are only available once a year or twice a year, and being like, this is your chance to get them on the special event I'm having today on my 6-hour waifu stream. I had to watch that. I did that for science. I sat through Grum's in a maid outfit for 6 hours while I did some other stuff. Just kind of seeing him tour around the waifus of Em8er. Oh shit. I gotta mute my Discord while streaming. I shall. It's weird, I can't hear it. Better mute that for a little while. Good catch. But yeah. This is utter trash. You don't understand if each of those skins need to be 3D modeled or it'll just be a JPEG. I think the goal is to have all those skins in game at some point. There's only, what, 6 or 7 years of them? 12, let's say he didn't do one every month, but just for argument's sake, let's say he did. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, just 60, 70 in-game things that I'm sure he'll do. Waifus? That's how unfamiliar I am with it. I'm sorry. Waifu. I've never really been into anime, so a lot of these terms are kind of new to me, like I've read them before. It took me a little while to get hentai and waifus separated. I get them mixed up, even though they're very different things. Trust me, I know that. One thing just on a personal note, like I've never... So, unfortunately, in my area, there's never really been a large Asian population. I've never been like exposed to it. Versus my wife, like she grew up out west. She had Chinatowns and a lot more multicultural. So I just never like outside the internet. I just never had that culture exposure. That's just gonna land him in legal water. Yeah, he promised kids they paid for that they'll never receive. Absolutely, he's just biding time. The fact that he has a law degree and is trying to get out of this sooner, he's not trying to get out of this, yeah. He's just digging a hole and he's betting a lot on himself. Waifu. Ubisoft. But yeah, he is digging himself a hole because, especially if people mobilize, or there could be a lawyer that sees that and sees, you know what? Like, I don't know how many people you need for a class action to be effective. Maybe it's 10, maybe it's 20. Maybe it's not worth it for a lot of money. But maybe they see it. But yeah, a lot of the things, like, even on Grum's stream, when he was talking about waifus, there we go, I learned quick. He was talking about husbandos, and I'm like, what? Oh yeah, Giga definitely has the documentation. Well, that's what makes his defense of Em8er pretty... You can't really take it too seriously. I mean, look at what the guy said. No one's lost enough individually. I agree. Like, well, there's people that probably don't want to brag about spending $1,500 or $1,000 towards something that didn't pan out. Oh yeah, and he hasn't really let up on you, Nick. That's wild. If you put that energy into, educating people about what happened with Em8er and his experience, it might be different. 15,000, that's wild. Man, you know what? I bought a taco the other day. I felt so guilty because it was like one of the expensive tacos, but it was worth it. But 15 grand. Man. That's wild. I gotta get brakes on my car, like, over the next couple days. I couldn't imagine. But hey, some people have expendable income, and you know, all the power to them. But I'm sure the indie game devs, you know, that's a trade-off. They have to take money versus, oh no, I'm gonna deal with someone. Dude could be the savior of gaming just by turning on Mark and Keith's money back. Gigabear face turn. Hit him with a chair. Yeah, honestly. And you know what? I don't know if he feels that he'll lose like any of his values or anything like that. Like, he can still have the same viewpoint on things. There's anti-woke creators out there, and you know, I'll call them anti-woke creators. But people with stances I don't agree with. But I'm not going after them because, well, they're not doing a crowdfunding scandal. Same old story, isn't in the industry despite being so good at playing video games. Yeah, the entitlement of some folks who just kind of grip onto a fandom and feel like they have a sense of ownership over it. And, you know, want to participate in just gotchas and things like that. It is wild. It's wild. Yeah, best of both worlds. You don't gotta be limited. But on that note, folks, I really appreciate all ya. I'm gonna log off. I'm getting kind of loud here, kind of excited. My poor wife has to get up in the morning for work. Not this guy, though. But thank you again, Nick, for the super chat. Failed. I appreciate you for the membership. And enjoy the, whoever else got kind of some free membership stay through the YouTube free membership thing. Thank y'all. We'll do this again real soon. Maybe play some more Ember, because, you know, you can't have a Firefall without an Ember, right? I thought about that a while ago. I thought it was kind of funny. Have a good one, folks. It's been a pleasure. See you, Spew, Nick, Caillou. I'll pop in Discord. I'll chat with y'all, though, at any time. It hasn't been super active for a while, so I haven't been used to it. And Gazing, appreciate ya. Appreciate y'all. Nice to have a good big stream. Take it easy.